This is the Horizon fuel cell setup, and this is having a look at the wind energy set. It's just arrived. Let's have a look inside, and what we've got is an assembly guide, which I have a feeling I'm going to need, a brochure, a CD with all their stuff on. We've got then some wires, and we've got a spanner and screwdriver, which I'm going to need for the assembly, and a couple of small screws. And then we've got 3 light blue blades, 3 dark blue blades, we've got 3 clear blades, and then inside I've got some sort of base, another piece. Let's open this up. We've got a metal rod, and there's our base. And something else. Right, so let's move the cardboard out of the way, and let's have a look and see what we need with this. So we've got an assembly guide which tells me what we've got and the various named bits and pieces. So blade assembly first. I've got then to choose which blades that I suppose I want on. Profile blades or sheet blades. Who knows which one to actually do first. The sheet blades are blue, so we'll have a go at those, I suppose, and they probably go in a particular way. And I can see here there's a little dot, so that's going to go in there, and let's put the other one in and click it in. I need more hands. There's a space for 6 rotors, I can see. I may be putting them in the right holes, I may not be. That's in, and then I can put the rotor and clip that on. Right, so we've got the rotor assembly, seems to be done, and it then says basically push this on, so we'll do that, and that goes on with no all the way and check. So it just says make sure you push it all the way in. It's not clicking or anything. Don't want to push it too hard. But at the moment that's not going to rotate with the other one. We'll have a look. That's definitely not on yet. It says there is a star. That goes in there. Push the rotor shaft onto the rotor base to ensure the main body of the rotor is properly connected. Make sure you press it all the way and check that the blade is securely connected. If not properly installed, it won't effectively turn it and won't generate electricity. Well, I think we've got that problem. So that goes in there. Tis clicked. Tis working. Okay, we've got that. Right, support base. So that's our next job. So we've got our round base. We've got our wire that seems to go up to the top, and I've got to put a screw in there And it says there are 4 screws at the bottom. Enable yawing, disable yawing, changing the number of blades. Right, so I can put that in, I can put that on, I can plug that in there. What I don't see is how this at the moment immediately connects to the other piece. I do now. You have to pull out the wires, and I've got to take all this to bits and assemble it. So there will now be a short pause while I take all of this to bits and assemble it. Right, so we've got our first screw. It's done up tight. And the second screw. All this so these things can come flat packed, but it means there's quite a lot of assembly time for building these things. So I've taken the 4 screws out. There's the base. So we need to put these through in there. That's got to have a little screw to hold it, which we've got. So let's get that little screw and we'll put it in now. So I've got 2 screws. Looks like the smallest of the 2 screws goes in. And the screwdriver is doing that up. Right, okay, so that's held in place. I want red to red, so red's this side. So let's undo that, and we'll put the red on there and put the nut back. And they supply a spanner, so let's tighten it with the spanner, and then we can put the black one on. So let's try and carefully put this black one in place. I'm going to tighten it on, because once I put this back, I don't particularly want to take it out again. This is a fairly heavy metal plate. Doesn't seem to go on in any particular way round. We do have this wire which doesn't have anywhere to go through. It just says nothing about fixing it. It does say the wires might go through, so let's try pushing this back, and we'll put these tiny little wires through there. That looks better, looks more secure. And now we'll tighten up the base. 1, 2. Quite stiff. 3. and 4. Now it says there was a little screw 14, which I've got a big screw here, appears to go in, and what we're going to do is we're going to push this in and do this screw up, which may or may not hold it, and there we have the assembly of the completed fan, which seems to spin round okay, and if I turn that, then it will actually spin a bit. I don't think it's going to be that good because of this wire being quite thick. I think that's not going to move too well, but we will see. So we've got there this fan, and now I suppose what we need to do is try it out to see if it works. So let's have a go. Well, it's not a very windy day today. I've tried it with a fan and that didn't work, and let's see if we can try it with a little bit of a gust of wind outside.